Hello, free spirits. I hope you are well. Today, we're going to talk about how to approach problems. What do we do when life seems to throw at us every kind of problem, every challenge, every difficulty, and every obstacle? But however difficult our problems may seem at the moment, and I am sure they are very difficult, there is a way where we can approach circumstances in a way that allows us to get over them quickly and not get ourselves in more trouble. Everything starts with our mind. The way we see our problems is going to determine how we resolve them. I'm going to discuss some very healthy approaches that Eastern philosophy teaches on how to approach our problems. If we didn't have failures and challenges in our life, we will not appreciate the happy moments and the successes that we have. We need a frame of reference, something to compare. If we were in a state of eternal happiness, we will not grow as people, as human beings. There is a saying in Eastern philosophy. It says that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And that relates a lot to the way you think and the way you tackle your problems. We have to accept suffering as part of being alive in this world. We pay a price as spiritual beings to have this body and live this experience in this life. So it comes with suffering, it comes with pain. The sooner we accept these as part of our existence, the better we can recover from our challenges and difficulties. There is a purpose for our problems and challenges in life. Sometimes people are born with samskaras, or accumulation of thoughts and patterns of behavior that we accumulate from other lives or from generations. So sometimes we are not even conscious or aware of our own weaknesses and obstacles. This is why personal growth and improvement is so difficult for most people. Because hidden in the subconscious mind and in our behaviors, called samskaras in Eastern philosophy, hidden there are patterns of behavior and thinking that sometimes gets us in trouble. So being aware of that, there's ways to work on them through yoga, meditation, and other practices. Many spiritual teachers agree that the objective of life is to find our higher self, to achieve the highest human being that we can be. Self-realization, and we achieve these by overcoming our problems and our challenges. Our problems are really not there to make us suffer just for the sake of it or because life is cruel. Our problems and challenges are there to help us become the best version of ourselves. It's like polishing a diamond. We are all born with innate qualities and with a pure soul and highest potential. But unfortunately, through social conditioning and environment and other obstacles in life, we become weak or shaded or full of doubts, fears, and ideologies that really don't help us. So our mission is to clean our mind and clean our hearts during this lifetime as much as possible. Life is not linear in time. In Western philosophies and Western thought, there is more like a linear understanding of existence. We are born and we live this life, and then we died and we are gone forever. In Eastern philosophy, on the other hand, they believe in a circular time, a cyclical time. So this means that we are here to live many lives until we achieve the highest self-realization or samadhi, and we can liberate our soul from the cycle of coming back and rebirth. For most of us, We are here to experience many lifetimes. So we are born and reborn. This is also reflected in the philosophies of the creation of the cosmos and universal laws. There is a creation, a maintenance, and a decay or a destruction of everything. When we see our lives like a circle or a cycle of birth and rebirth, where we have the opportunity to correct our mistakes and become the best versions of ourselves, we see life as a school. This is the school of life. To overcome our problems and our own suffering, the best thing we can do is to do things for others. Do things for others that are also suffering. Sometimes I suggest these to people and they find it difficult, they feel challenged because they don't think they're going to get better or improve ourselves or get rid of their problems by doing things for others. But this is really a profound concept if you look at it. When you are in trouble, sometimes there are things that you cannot control. So the best thing is to get out of yourself, get out of your own mind, and instead of going through this snowball effect where we create more problems and more anguish and more mental suffering, we forget about ourselves and we dedicate some time to other people who are also suffering. And of course, the reward for working on yourself and overcoming your challenges and difficulties is that you're going to be able to help others because you have been there, you walk the walk. So it's not only words that you are offering, but also a truly deep experience of your own, of going through challenges, difficulties, and having overcome them. Sometimes when we are finding challenges in our life, or we are in a difficult relationship, or in a challenging or uncomfortable job situation, our ego is when it gets more inflated and more under attack, because we start thinking about our reputation or everything we have done and all the investment we have made on this situation or on this person or whatever circumstance you are going through. So these situations are a test of our spiritual work in not letting the ego overcome you and create more suffering and more problems. The ego is going to ask us to find guilt in other people, to ask others to do things for ourselves that maybe we can do for our own. The ego is going to make us feel guilty or embarrassed. It's going to make us have more fears and more concerns. First of all, it is important to get help. Get help when you find yourself in a very difficult situation and you think that you are not helping yourself alone. There is nothing wrong with seeking help, and for that you have to be very honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about the need for help, and also take responsibility about how are you potentially contributing to the problem. There's always two sides of a story. So when you are finding a lot of challenges and problems and difficulties, there is always some level of responsibility that we need to take. Approach the problem from a perspective of a good heart, from a good energy, from a positive thinking, from self-awareness, without the ego interfering too much in your approach, in your decisions, in your reactions, and keeping in mind the benefit of everyone involved. Trust the universe and higher intelligence that you are going through these challenges for a reason, and the only outcome is that you're going to come out stronger. I hope you enjoy this episode, free spirits. If you are a free spirit, I know you want to achieve the highest human being you can be and be the best version of yourself. I hope this is very helpful. Until the next video, stay strong and stay healthy.